of being invulnerable with the Thorn Rose and Phantom Execution, it's going to be extra hard for the Kagura. But looks like we are entering the Land of Dawn already for match 2 of today, of day 1 of MPL Season 7 main qualifiers. This is a match with PVE on the blue side and Limit Breakers on the red side. Renmar, looks like the action begins at mid lane.
Yep, just as it always does, they're going to be clearing that up first, and then they're going to be going into their jungle. So everyone's just going to chillax a little bit, but it seems like Kram and Tigasin kind of just want to find it out right away here. That Harith needs to put in the work to be able to farm against that Yuzong, and Kram just needs to find that perfect balance of, okay, I'm going to mess up your farm and not give you opportunities, but also I shouldn't be diving you way too close to your tower because that rotation coming in from the far side will just mess me up.
And so far, both teams are playing it quite on edge, I would say. And not too safe and not too aggressive as well. But Sureed here, a little bit, oh no, it's in the bot lane though. Renmar, this might be dangerous for Kram.
Kram, I just told you, man, you can't dive. The Harith way too close to his tower, and he goes down. First kill goes to Aether Main here. I just said it. You really need to be careful as that Yuzong. Yes, you do have a ability to escape, but the forces are very nearby and they have good early game damage.
Yeah, and lack of respect for Kram, it gave first blood to PVE. A little bit of an overstep there in bottom lane, and a little bit of respect is demanded right now for PVE. And for that Yuzong, you already told me that he has to stay careful, and right now that he is 0-1-0 without the flicker, he has to stay even extra careful in that bottom lane.
Has to stay down there, and it's going to be a question of he'll be able to rotate to actually help out Limit Breakers or U level here when they're going to be going for the engage. Turtle spawns in the top lane here. Limit Breakers have the lineup to potentially contest it. You're going up against Lancelot, the damage on with the Thorn Rose, as you mentioned. He's already level 4 here, and the part of Feather Airstrike. Careful, and that's going to be a pick off onto Dogman. Immediately using the Feathered Airstrike, but Dian looks like could be going down here. Immediately 2 kills here for PVE to start off the game, but that's going to be Lapu Lapu trading it out 1-for-1 in that engage. And even though I said it that it looks bleak for LB, it seems like they might be able to secure the first turtle of the game here.
Yeah, this is a 4v4 so far, but the stun does land, and Sureed might be in trouble here. 4 people still alive for LB, and this might just be another dead one. And Reptar looks like the turtle will reset for now, but PVE, they get it back.
Now Aether Main has control over the turtle pit here. They still have the retribution for LB, but they're not going to be able to go in. The zone out by the Feathered Airstrike. Almost taking down Escanor, but Yuji's looking for him, but he doesn't go for it anymore as Dian is there to help him out. Nice little back and forth there, but Aether Main takes the first turtle of the game.
Aether Main right now, great turnaround for LB. I mean, Limit Breakers already had a good position in that turtle, and PVE, Aether, they really went in, found the targets, found the correct way to just start that fight and end it immediately after that first pickoff. They got the turtle as well. That's some kills and an objective. That's a total win for Aether.
And Kram, though, losing here in the bottom lane, but he has YNG to help him out. That's going to be 3 versus 2 if they fight it out here, but here comes the rest of Limit Breakers. They don't decide to go to the bottom lane. PVE decides to back off, so that's going to be Kagura and the Sylvana now just looking for positioning in the mid lane.
And so far, both teams are taking it a little bit quiet, but looks like Nav here might be in trouble. 3 people invested in the mid lane for Limit Breakers, but immediately hides out. And this Jawhead, I gotta commend him for his earlier play. Finding the Parsa is one of the best things that you could do for your team, but looks like a team fight will happen here in the bottom lane, Renmar.
I am waiting for a dive, but they're not gonna give it to us. Patrick Varai Esports here, Aether Main, respecting that Nav might actually get another pick off. No, he doesn't. Escanor able to find the safety of the turret here. So now Aether Main is respecting the fact that it seems like they understand the rotations here up to the level that they can't stay too close to their own jungle because they just might get dived like this in the bottom lane. There goes the Zaman Force already popped off, but they're not going to be able to secure the kill. They commit ultimates to try and take down the Harith. Harith, take a sit, gets away.
And that Zaman Force came in clutch for that Harith. The moment he placed that, the slow, the dash, it was more than enough for him to survive that initial burst. And the moment that he survived that initial burst, that immediately gave gave Limit Breakers the signal to just stop that dive, but looks like a fight for the turtle will happen.
Yeah, let's go. Another one. Escanor disrupting, but it's not going to be enough to stop Aethermane from securing that turtle. Imperial Justice committed there, but they're not going to be getting a pick-off. It's still a relatively close game, but the first two main objectives of the game have gone to Aethermane.
Yeah, and that gives them a 2k gold lead against Limit Breakers. Not that big of a gold lead yet. But again, a gold lead's a gold lead and might mean the difference here in the mid lane. Dogman might be in trouble. The damage is ticking on him, but looks like it won't finish him off.
Yeah, and it's interesting that we're seeing a Sylvana here actually rocking a tenacity. It seems like Dogman is going for a little bit more of a safer and more sturdy Sylvana build here, because sometimes it is a little bit too risky for Sylvana to dive in. But speaking of dives, Sherby not gonna get dove in. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say here. In the top lane, as Patrick Virai Esports break the first third of the game in the bottom.
Yeah, and first third of the game going to David Virai Esports. Patrick Virai Esports, rather.
Who's David Virai?
I'm sorry. But yeah, PVE already getting 2 turrets actually, and that gates out top lane and bottom lane here, but a 2v2 skirmish here in the top side. Reptar.
Ooh, let's look. Shoreby can survive this, but that's a sure kill from Escanor. That's gonna be a stun, stopping the feathered airstrike, but way too late coming in from Dogman, able to secure a kill there onto the Hayabusa. But now here comes Aethermane, going on the chase, going for more kills. There goes Imperial Justice zone out, but Dogman eats a face full of Thorned Rose. Not gonna lose a member of LB there except for the Hayabusa, because now here comes Limit Breakers for the return. Here comes the counter punch as Cram goes in with the dragon, but they don't full commit. I like the discipline that these two teams are showing. They're going for the kills when they have the abilities that they need, but if it's on cooldown, if the timing just doesn't look right, they immediately back off.
Yeah, again, you told me about discipline. Discipline is very important if you're looking at teams that want to win on the long run. And these teams, they don't look at the short-term effects of their actions. They want to make sure that when a big fight has to happen, they have their skills, they have their, let's say, their battle spells, and it will, again, if they committed everything, they won't be prepared for this turtle fight.
Oh, and Nav was not prepared for that dive in the shrub, but that's going to be a counter punch here from the feathered airstrike of Yuji. They're going to be going in for the chase as they want control over that turtle pit. The members of Limit Breakers have been forced back. Dogman with the spiral triangling going in. The damage coming in from Tigasin is starting to hurt the front line of Limit Breakers. No one's going for the turtle just yet. Sherby with the shrub giving the information. It's still a fight for the turtle as the Hayabusa split pushing in the top lane for U level. Aethermane back off, knowing that they can't give the Hayabusa so much room to split push. They go for the buffs instead, and no one's going to be going for the turtle just yet, Wally.
Yeah, Turtle's still alive for now, but in the bottom lane, Zaman Force is committed and Escanor is forced to dash away again. They have to respect Tigasin at this point, but looks like the turtle will finally continue the dance for the turtle. It continues now, Reptar.
And that is, actually, I'm not sure if Yuji committed the feathered airstrike by accident in the mid lane to clear waves here, so that's going to be on cooldown. Zaman Force has a relatively quick cooldown at this point, so they have that in their toolbox. That ultimate coming in, the Black Dragon form is committed. Thorned Rose, he gets a lot, gets the turtle as well, and Oko and Tigasin with the double kill. Hayabusa Cram takes out the Lancelot, but that is definitely a sure win for Aethermane as they take down 4 and they secure a turtle.
LB Limit Breakers did not break their limits in that fight. Not only did they lose the turtle, but they also lost 4 people, and now they might lose this mid lane as well if they aren't careful. Zaman Force is already committed, and this is going to be the last of their outer turrets. Aethermane has been playing out of their minds for the last 3 minutes, and all the turtles have been falling to their hands, and this just means that Aether, they look like they're very ready for this morning's fight.
And Aethermane channeling that spirit, as you mentioned, Duomi, of the former champions of the MPL from Season 1. Sherby going in, gets that knockback. They're not going to be able to secure kills just yet. Yuji going to get caught out here by Dogman. Imperial Justice already committed. The bird cannot get away. That is a caged bird right now. Yuji really low. He gets taken out by the Lapu Lapu. That's 1 kill here for Limit Breakers. They might find out now, but now it's just waiting. Sherby is nearby. Oko's coming in. Let's see if they're going to commit. There goes the puncher. Thorned Rose committed, and a kill there for Nab. And Aethermane still have control of this game.
Aethermane still last control of this game, but then again, I feel like they could have played that a little bit cleaner near that jungle area. Losing one member wasn't really necessary. And in the top side, a solo kill there by Hayabusa. You never really want to be on the receiving end of shadow kill when you're alone.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened to Tigas in there in the top lane. Again, one-on-one, Lapu versus Shurby. There goes the knockout punch. He goes in for the bob and the weave, but no, that was a 1-for-1. Why do you guys need to go in? It's a 5 versus 1 now, and Shurby, this might be a sure kill for LB. He's trying to get away. Shadow kill onto him, but look at him, trying to survive. The knockup, the sustain is insane. It's a 1-for-1 trade. How did he get away with the kill?
It's a 4v1, and looks like he also bought his teams a little bit of time to get that Lord, and now the Lord is secured by PVE. The fight continues here in the top side of the map. 4 people invested, 4 limit breakers, but looks like they won't be finding one for now as the Farsa commits that ultimate to zone out everyone, and that's a free Lord and a kill in that 4v1 in the bottom lane.
Immortality popped away from Nav, but LB are happy enough with what they have. The shadow kill onto 2, that Tigas in, and also that's a lot of damage, but he uses the clones to get away. Someone clip that, please. Immortalize that moment where we saw Shurby just handle a 4 versus 1 team fight and secure a kill, but we gotta move on from that moment with the rest of the game here. How do you see this game moving on as we enter now the mid-game roaming?
Well, we are entering mid-game. The Lord is still alive. We have a 3k gold lead for Aether main. I feel like that gold lead will still balloon considering that the Lord is still alive, depending on how they want to play around this. And looks like they will be investing 4 members here in the bottom side. Great engage, Reptar.
Shut down, coming in from Makito, and another kill here for Aether main as they take out YNG and the Yuzong as well. That's Hayabusa and Yuzong out for the count. They are able to break that another tower in the bottom lane if I'm not mistaken, but the mid lane is what I'm looking at here for Aether main. They're looking at the bottom lane, but they're just committing resources right now so that LB is forced to defend, and that's not a good defense as Escanor goes down. Duckman and Dian are trying to hold on, but the top lane is getting split pushed by Shurby, and the mid lane is sure to follow.
And right now, I just have to say that Nav is just insane with those ejects. And now that the Farsa ult is committed, it zones out 2 people out of that mid lane. And now, mid lane is open. PVE has taken mid, has taken bot, and will be taking top as the base will be forced to be exposed for limit break.
And that is a Zaman force committed by Tigasin, and all the damage coming out, forcing LB back. But Aether main realizing that they don't have a lot of minion waves, are playing this carefully, but here comes the dive. Here comes the feathered airstrike. That's a 1-for-1 trade to go so far as Tigasin goes down. Crab going after Uncle, not able to secure a kill. Going for the lifesteal. He gets knocked up. That's a double kill on both sides. Dian and Yuji secure the double kills here, but that is a 2-for-2. But I could say Aether main still in the lead. As you mentioned it earlier, you level limit breakers with no turrets left.
Yeah, and right now that the base is exposed for limit breakers, PVE, they only have to make one more correct play and they could possibly end this game and move on to game 2. And for Aether, if they commit, I guess, 2 more mistakes or 3 more mistakes, they have a lot of budget now in terms of creating mistakes, considering that there are literally no turrets for limit breakers. They have not been able to push even one outer turret for the side of Aether, and just goes to show that Aether main has been controlling the map and the minion waves very beautifully in this game.
And that this is again, Midnight was talking about this in his analysis earlier, the nature of the draft and the nature of the lineup. PVE's lineup skills really well at this point. They have the Harris, they have the Marsa. Lancelot kind of dips a bit, but the damage will still be there. Hayabusa's going to be entering in a difficult position. All he needs to do is wait for the entry and time it. And speaking of timing, that's a beautiful timing here by Dogman, but that is puts limit breakers right outside of their base and open for a wipeout from Aether main. Immediately, 1 member goes down. 3 of them go back. Escanor on the run, but Escanor is going back home to base to go for the respawn, and a double kill is secured by Tigasin. And YNG just trying to run Nav with the chase. Let's see if we'll be able to get away. Shadow clone, the shadow kill, but a killing spree back home. We were looking at the wrong action here because Aether main are on their way, securing game number 1. There goes Dian. Only 1 member remaining. He's down. No immortality, no members left, and game 1 goes to Aether Main.
A knockout punch for either main, but the fight